as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Switch.
General West.
Safety creep. Check it.
Bam, bam. Hit it.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Ready.
Mike, 8. It's a party now.
Greystone travel.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, Sam off.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the screen.
Hey, exit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 43.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check 26. Check.
You're out.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Get up.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 37-yard line.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
My game.
Go.
Man, I got you.
Defense.
2nd and 6. Got a man open. It's Ross. And the ball is knocked out.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Set up. 60 or.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 24.
Topper. Let go.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Indy.
We want it. Come to my world. Check 3.
Rock it. Hey, wahoo.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
25, check 25, check.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 59.
5.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Ready?
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Ready?
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch 36 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Hey!
Mike 36. Mike 36. All right, T, let's
Get it.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yep.
55.
Shoot.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And able to find Conley. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
54. Bring it. 54.
Hey, Charlie.
Check.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Go. Now.
Here's Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off off balance, I prefer to take a shot. But a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
We got 4. Jaguars nothing.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Don't be mad.
Protein spell. Hey, Alpha. Hey. Say go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Hey, Delta.
4 down. Mike 8. Mike 8. Man, I got you.
They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming out.
Look at me. Go. Fight.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
I got you.
Get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line.
Let's get some penetration.
2.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Got it. Set. 60 or.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Hey. High 7.
36.
Look at me. Zipper.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Pick up the ball. Mike 8. Mike 8. Go on. Snap.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A 7-yard pickup.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Ready? 10-2 saw.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
6-6, pull it high.
Switch. Shift.
Hard.
Lucky.
Yes.
Joker.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, Echo.
43's the mic.
Lead grip.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's bring it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
General West. Squeeze.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now. Fight.
Minshew throwing on third down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Let's go.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Ready up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch the screen. Hey, exit. Go.
Now Minshew on first and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jaguars.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Danny. Watch twist. Watch twist.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Nickel.
They'll run with Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Hey, team 6. Go.
From the 41, Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
61, match 5.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Check, 43. Let's get the ball.
Blue draw Corker. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
30 base.
59. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5'9".
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Bynes. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
You're out.
Minshew sets to throw. They're under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Charlie. Undercrunch.
Mike's 50.
Bravo.
Mike's 59. Check pass.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Barkley. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Target. Hey, Alpha.
54. Check. Watch 54.
Get it.
Now Minshew. Caught here by Conley. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll go to Barkley again. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Watch the out.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go.
On 4th down, Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Here I come. Kill. Check.
General West. Hey. High 7.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Green. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Pick the edge.
Lead grip.
Now Joe Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the twist. Check.
Greystone travel.
Slam. Check.
Hey. Set, go.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
22 jet bomber. Leo. Go.
On 1st down, Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hard. Ready.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Get him.